I think that it's really important to have economics as a background when you're dealing with most of the problems in our society today, because I mean we're in a free market society, and market drives, you know, all of our choices and decisions. And if I'm really serious about helping out with the environment, I really have to understand economic theories and you know, the tools that you can use in an economic system to help out environmental issues.
I had a really bad experience in high school with economics. It was all it was a stock project. Was pretty much it. And then after taking a couple econ courses in college, I started to realize that economics encompasses so many different subjects, and it's the best, or I thought it was the best way to answer questions, and you could answer them analytically and quantitatively, and it can't get any better than that.
And one of the great reasons why I came here is when I was preparing my transfer, I applied to 4 different colleges. Well, 2 colleges, 2 universities. And of the 4, the best organized, the best administration, the people that were most ready to encourage you and to help you in the paperwork were the people here at Humboldt State University. So that's a great reason to be here.
A strong part of our program at Humboldt is that we are an applied department where we have strong links to the community. The type of applied research we do is valued by the community. We hear that all the time. And we've been fortunate that we have been able to secure funding to, in most cases, to work with our students on applied research projects. Every one of the faculty members here in the Department of Economics works with students on a number of projects. So at any given time, I'm juggling a few projects. They almost all include students, and that's true with all of my colleagues, and it's really been wonderful to work with them on that. I think at a lot of universities, working with faculty is reserved for graduate students, and I like to think that we've got a nice little program here where our students, many of them, if they choose to, can work with faculty members and get a type of hands-on applied education that you typically don't see except in graduate programs.
I've worked on 2 research projects. The first one I worked on, and I'm still finishing up, is an electronic waste cost analysis for the California Integrated Waste Management Board. My duties were basically preparing the initial spreadsheet and helping to guide our consultant through the initial analysis and some of the draft reports we did. And so I've been working on that for the last year, and that project will continue for the next couple years. The other project I worked on was with Professor Eric Eschker, and we did the economic impact of healthcare providers in Del Norte County, the rural county just north of Humboldt.
Well, students leave our program with a solid grounding in economic theory. They understand economics. They understand the mathematics behind economics, at least at a basic level. They understand how to use analytical tools like Excel and statistical software like Minitab or SPSS. They learn how to use presentation software like PowerPoint. They know how to, unless they've worked hard to avoid it, they've had an opportunity to get their hands dirty and work with actual data on actual projects with professors in the community. We also try to make opportunities for our students to do service in the community, and I think that they're very well-rounded, good communicators, good analysts, and good citizens when they leave our program.
I value the teachers mostly, the faculty, because the programs are pretty much standard everywhere, but the faculty are, you know, not standard here.
I think probably my favorite thing is the students, and the fact that the students are so interested in learning. They are creative. They're willing to argue, which is great. It's never difficult to get a discussion going in class. Everyone has lots of things to say, and it creates a nice environment.
I think it is easy to make friends at HSU because everybody is friendly and they'll ask you to go out and stuff. I do go to Arts and Live, and I go to friends' house or go to the beach, walk around, and community forests.
Well, my first day I was really scared. I thought that everybody in class was going to be smarter than me because I had been going to the junior college, and I actually found it really welcoming. It was really easy to talk in classes, and my first year was great.
For transfer and freshman students, take math, as much math as you can stand, whether it just be algebra or calculus, as much as you can. It makes life a lot easier, because I didn't have that coming in. Had I had that, life would have been a lot more easier.
The advice for freshmen is to make sure you have a good first semester. You want to come out of the gates strong, so you don't want to trip up that first semester. So use the resources here. Talk with faculty, talk with advisors and counselors, and probably most importantly, just make sure you talk to other students, and you'll get a sense of what's going on pretty quickly. So keep your eyes open, ask questions, listen to what the answers are, and really try to do a good job. Don't dig yourself in a hole. Try to do a good job.
I'm actually becoming a pastor. It's a funny thing to do with an econ degree, but I've had a lot of really good opportunities here in town to do work on that with people in the local homeless community, some at-risk youth and things like that. And I think it does really intersect in a lot of ways with my econ major and my minor in women's studies also. And so, yeah, it's maybe a strange choice for an econ guy, but that's what I'm doing.
I applied to the Peace Corps, and I think that's what I'm going to plan on doing. Either that or I'm going to get a job and join the workforce. Have I heard anything yet? I have heard something, and they said they have a potential date for me February of next year. However, that's kind of a ways away, so I'm not sure about my decision. Do I know the country? The country is going to be somewhere in Latin America, but they haven't given me a specific country, just that general region.